Hey guys, Omni here. It is finally time to dive into the finale of Season 1 of Andor. Everything is building up to this reunion on Ferrix, where things are just going to explode and go crazy. I have to imagine, man, everybody is convening for the funeral of Marva. Everybody looking for Cassian himself, and all other parties involved seem to be converging there. So I'm very curious to see how this comes to a close, how this sets up Season 2, what we can expect. I don't really know, man. I just don't. This season has just been wild. It's just had me on my toes the entire way through, and I cannot wait to see how we close it out. So we're going to go ahead and hop in, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check that out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time code and see my reaction to the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover. You also get to vote and suggest what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, or trying to make it worth your while since you are going to way support the channel. But of course, I know nobody can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because an engagement goes a long way with helping the channel grow here on YouTube. We're almost at 40K. I'm hoping we get there by the end of the year. If you're new, if you tune in for the first time, maybe you've been a long-time lurker and you just have not hit that button now, if you enjoy the reaction, I hope you do. If you do, maybe let's consider sticking around, because we've got plenty of stuff coming your way in the future. But with that all said and out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into episode 12, the finale. Here we go. Oh yeah, what did she tell them?
I want to get changed, take a walk around the town.
I'll pull an escort.
Corv will take me. Keep it small.
As you wish.
She's gonna go sneaking around, man. Get a lay of the land, a feel for it. I don't know, maybe.
Then? Hey, looked like you were wrapping up, so I thought I'd wait.
How long you been here?
I spoke to Cassian.
What?
He called the shot.
She's gonna say that out loud.
Does he know about Marva?
Yeah, he does now. It was a very short conversation. He asked about the funeral.
Let's walk.
Yeah, see, guys, you just shouldn't be talking about this just in the street. What's he working on? Is he building a bomb? Yeah. You know, we never actually got to see what they did to him. I can only assume they followed through on it, considering what it looks like he's working on.
You're gambling again.
Nonsense.
And here, in Coruscant.
That's ridiculous. We'll go back there right now. We'll put it to them.
We will not. I've been shamed enough for one night. You can't live without a casino? Fine. You go to Canto Bight and do whatever it is you need to do. But not here. You promised.
I've kept my promise.
Keep your voice down.
He can't hear me. This is wrong, Mom. This is people trying to take you down by coming after me.
You tell me who's saying this and I'll tell you why.
Please.
Where would I get the money?
That's the question that scares me the most.
Someone's lying to you.
On that we can agree.
She knows she's being listened to. That's the thing, because she's mentioned that before about her driver. So she had that conversation very purposefully, making her husband the fall person if anything with her financials get found out. All right, he made it here.
Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction. Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy. There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere, and even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward. And then remember this. The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural. tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks. It leaks. Authority is brittle. Oppression is the mask of fear. Remember that. And know
Wow.
this, the day will come when all these skirmishes and battles, these moments of defiance will have flooded the banks of the Empire's authority, and then there will be one too many. One single thing will break the siege. Remember this. Try.
I love how they kept that thing around, man, and it became this like pivotal piece.
Having her husband dig a hole for himself could be helpful in many ways.
Well, it sounded like Perrin had done this before.
They've made some odd banking moves recently. This would certainly explain it.
Krieger.
Yeah. She is setting him up for a fall. Or at least a patsy right now.
That's not him. Sir? The big man. We've been played.
Where is he?
Oh no.
I wanted her to live with me. I know. I came to get her. She told me. I couldn't get back. You shouldn't be here now, Cass.
But the last time I saw her, we argued.
Don't.
I told her I was coming back.
Stop.
I never should have left that morning.
Stop. She told me you'd say all this. Tell him none of this is his fault. It was already burning. He's just the first spark of the fire. Tell him he knows everything he needs to know and feels everything he needs to feel. And when the day comes that those two pull together, he will be an unstoppable force for good. Tell him I love him more than anything he could ever do wrong. Biggs, we've still got friends in the hotel. She was alive 3 days ago.
Why are they keeping her?
She must know something.
We can't just leave her there.
You're gonna take on a full garrison. I'll take care of Marva. You take care of yourself.
It's too late for that.
Damn, what's he gonna do? Oh, he picked up him too? They coming along together? I thought it'd just be Cyril, to be honest. Man, this guy's keeping tabs on everybody right now.
How long do we have before the festivities start?
A few hours. You'll hear the Andor.
Jacinta,
She's watching the mother's house.
what's going on?
It's early.
I want everything out here. A show of force immediately. Stand down! Double time! Form up! Let's move!
Man, the tension is so... it's filling the air. Ooh, look who found who first.
Double the reward. You found him. I want twice as much and a ride out of here when it's over.
I knew it.
Pretend you're arresting me. Hey! What do you think you're doing? Hey, move it!
Can't play them, man. They're not gonna play that game. Aww. Aww.
So, she's here. It's her.
It's the people, man. The people rising up in defiance. Yeah, man, that kid's gonna do something. He's gonna blow something up.
Lady, was Marva Cassian Andor. I always wanted to be lifted. I was always eager, always waiting to be inspired. I remember every time it happened, every time the dead lifted me. And I yearn to lift you. Not because I want to shine or even be remembered. It's because I want you to go on. We've had each other and Ferrix, our work, our days. We had each other and they left us alone. We kept the trade lanes open and they left us alone. But we were sleeping. I've been sleeping. I've been turning away from a truth I wanted not to face. There is a wound that won't heal at the center of the galaxy. There is a darkness reaching like rust into everything around us. We let it grow, and now it's here. It's here, and it's not visiting anymore. It wants to stay. The Empire is a disease that thrives in darkness. It is never more alive than when we sleep. It's easy for the dead to tell you to fight. And maybe it's true. Maybe fighting's useless. Perhaps it's too late. But I'll tell you this. If I could do it again, I'd wake up early and be fighting these bastards. From the start. Fight the Empire!
No! You don't touch our little boy! Yo! Fuck him up! Dude, this is such a good episode already, man. God, man, I'm just worked up. Oh, their ammo cache, man. God damn. Oh no. Protect the kid. Oh wow. Get him! No! Oh, fuck, man. Everyone good's gonna die. Come on, little B, you can do it!
What are you doing here?
Oh! 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 Sorry, bud. You done. Oh, yay! Get him home! Get him out of there! Yo, nice! Dive. Oh, wow. The shrapnel got him. I mean, kind of poetic. He turned on his people, and it was his people's actions that took him down. God damn. Oh my god. The brutality. Alright, Cyril, where are you at, man? Where are you gonna go? Someone's gonna shoot his ass. Oh, hammer the fuck out of him. Oh, ha! That works too. There it is. Oh, he's taking her.
You were in trouble. I should say thank you. You don't have to.
Damn, man. So weird, though. Fuck. I really want to know what Luthen's gonna do, man, in the wake of all of this.
Cassian.
Aww.
Stay low all the way to far side sea. You're not coming.
Not today, baby.
I never got to see you.
Take care of Biggs until I get there. I'm counting on you.
You always say that.
And you always come through. Get them out of here!
Be's a good boy. They did it. Oh, and she knows that Perrin has dealings with him too. So she's forming that. Oh, she's got a whole thing going on right now. That's interesting. What if Cassian's gonna be waiting on him in his ship?
Full stealth.
Something's off. Yep.
You came here to kill me, didn't you?
You don't make it easy.
I will now.
What game is this?
No game. Kill me. Or take me in.
Damn. That's where we cut, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, god damn, that's so good. So guys, if you may have noticed that there was a previous version of this video in which I completely missed the post-credit scene. Thank you guys for the catch, because I completely missed it. I didn't even think to look for it here at the end of this, but thank you guys. Oh, it's the pieces from the prison. Yo! I was freaking right. They were talking about ramping stuff up on Scarif, man. Oh, dude, that gives me chills. Holy crap, man. Ah, that's sweet, man. I almost missed this. I really did. Man, that was such a full circle payoff, man. Because before, he had to be bought. He had to be bought and sold and promised to be part of this. And this entire journey got him willfully on board to where he's in. It's not the money. It's not about what he can earn from it anymore. It's become not only personal, but something he's got to keep on pushing. He's been awakened by this entire experience, from what happened initially on Ferrix, what has happened with him since he's left, since he's been on the run, since he's been in prison, since he's seen these things grow, evolve, the effect and the changes in the world that are happening as the Empire is encroaching. And we're seeing Cassian build into the person we later meet. So like this, you know, before Luthen only saw him as a loose end, right? So he was going to take him out. He was going to kill him. That was the whole goal. He couldn't be trusted because initially, like you said, he wasn't an idealist. He wasn't a believer. He wasn't any of these things. And like, he had the skills he needed at the time, but he's not a zealot. He's not a follower in on this path like, you know, the other people that he's got on board. Even like, you know, we haven't followed up with it at all in this episode or in the previous ones, but Vel is clearly shaky in her resolve. There's something that she's been processing this entire time, these last few episodes, about everything that they're doing and how they're doing it. And there's this, at least I feel it, like this rift, this constant like question of even like somebody in her life like Cinta about what they're doing and how they're going about it. And I'm very curious to see where that goes. We didn't really touch on it here. This season really is like a setup and the seeds for what is to come as things escalate. This is like the jump start of the rebellion. This is that spark that ignites the flame. This is just this moment in time where we're starting to see people finally realize what's going on and also be fed up with it. Like, this was such a nice pocket to place everything in. And then to bring this back to Cassian willfully coming back. It was like, listen, if you want to kill me, kill me. If not, I'm here. And I want to join. I want to be a participant, not a rental, not a mercenary. I want to be a part of this. You know, Marva's wants, dreams, hopes that she's kind of instilled are being fulfilled by Cassian post-mortem in all of this. And, you know, she'll never know any of that. But, like, it's a great way to kind of pay off all of these things, especially with her speech at her funeral, at her memoriam. It was just so good. And all these little beats about how, you know, she was asleep and how she woke up and how she started to see all these things around them. And then, like, you know, she can only hope that people will wake up and not take it sitting down anymore. And that in a way, it was like this wake up call to Ferrix itself, who was already on the verge of waking up. And everything in the galaxy is waking people up. And in his own twisted way, Luthen has also been a part of this, from Aldhani to God knows what else he's done. Sacrificing Krieger. You know, these plays to ignite and spark this unrest, tightening the grip on the people so that this thing does happen. You know, because slow change can lull people into a false sense of security, and they never even see the chains that are now around their ankles. Like, I really like that, even if it is this very morally messed up way to go about it. It's a desperation play. It's what he's got to do. But now, with Cassian coming here willingly, he's now got that asset he initially was there for. And, you know, maybe we could have avoided this entire, like, cat and mouse game to begin with had Cassian been on board from the get-go and didn't need to be bartered with in order to be a part of this. He would feel like maybe he could be a part of this whole scheme. But, like, Cassian had a journey to go on to be this willful participant. And I really like how they brought this whole thing back around. And, like, just all the little people that we got to know, even the ones in passing, like the kid. I mean, I don't even think he had too many lines. The guy that worked at the transport yards, the guy at the salvage yards, all these different people we've come in contact with throughout the season, kind of playing these pivotal roles in this uprising. And even just the infighting within the Empire being a part of its own self-destruction. I mean, not capturing anybody from Krieger's place. Like, Digger was like, what? We didn't get anybody to question for any information? They're like, no, it's fine. Whatever. It's an instant removal of the taste from the Emperor's mouth, you know? Instant gratification rather than any actual long-term solution. You know, like they said, you know, their oppression is an act of fear and desperation at control. It's shaky at best. You know, it is in itself an establishment of fear. The harder they push, the more afraid they are, which is exactly what's going on. And I like that the Empire, too, we had this parallel from the ISB conversation about their healthcare, and they're there to treat disease. And then we had this same thing kind of that same flip side of that argument with Marva's speech to the people, calling the Empire the disease, and they have to fight back against this infection that has taken over the galaxy, has become its host. There's just some really great poetic moments that tie this all back into everything that we've watched up until this point. It made everything tie into itself so nicely. And there's still some threads that I think are definitely going to carry on to the next season. And I'm so excited and interested to see how we follow up on those. There's so many little hints and clues, the things we can build on and speculate, like Luthen, where does he come from? What was his stay? I know there's a lot of clues and a lot of hints that maybe he is a former Jedi, and I know a lot of people definitely are hardcore into that. And I want to be. I think that would be really cool, and it'd be a really nice twist and play on his character, and it would inform on a lot of the ways that he thinks and a lot of the things that are going on and a lot of the ways that some people follow him in this way, as well as the pain and the sacrifice. I think it would make that even more painful, given the conversation or the speech from episode 10. It was just like, that would be pretty fun to follow up on. I just don't want to I don't want to go all in on it if it's something that never comes up, or maybe we'll be proven wrong or something like that down the line. But I definitely see those threads, and I've felt that way as well. But until we have something grounded and concrete, I'm just going to speculate and have some fun with it. But there's a lot of things throughout this that are a lot of fun. Cyril, though, oh man, he definitely proved his worth, I think, even though it's just he's being creepier and creepier. Given, man, you cannot discount his ambition, his perseverance, his drive. And I think that's going to put him right in her hands to where, I think she's going to see the value in this, and he's going to become her agent. Where she's still kind of play by the rules of the ISB and the politics of it all. Maybe he can be her shadow operative that they don't know about. That would be kind of interesting. Yeah, and then Bix she's messed up right now, man, and I only hope that it's not anything that's long term. B has become one of my favorite droids, and when he got knocked over, man, I was, oh, dude, you don't touch him, man. He's such a good boy. He's such a good little dude, man. He's just sweet. But he's around. Brasso's around. What's his name? Pax's son's around. And him building that bomb because they hung up his father and all that. That's the way they're pushing back. They're overstepping their bounds. And they're causing their own problems at this point, man, because of what they're doing. They think it's a way to control people more, but it's just making things worse. And it bit them back, man. He built that bomb, and he joined the ranks of this procession, and then whoop, bam, done. It was so good. Everything about this, from the production to the framing to the pace of it all, it just this show is so great about building tension because it roots itself so well in mood, in tone, and in grounded realism, which oddly enough, you would think wouldn't work in Star Wars all that well, but my lord, it fits, especially from this pocket. Like I said this before, we're away from the Han Solos, we're away from the Lukes, we're away from the Anakin, we're away from Vader, the Inquisitorius, we're away from all these things that kind of tap into the fantastical, where we usually don't spend a lot of time with the folks in the ground that have to live with this. We see glimpses of it in Bad Batch and Clone Wars a little bit here and there. Got a taste of it in Rogue One, and I would even dare say in Phantom Menace we saw a teeny bit of it with how things are in Tatooine. But this really steeps us into the people that are really living in this world and having to deal with these things. We're seeing these menial tasks in the grand scheme of things, these shops, these workers, these people that have to live with the consequences of this greater entity that has inserted itself forcefully into their lives. And we get to see these ways that it affects people. It's just so... The world building alone in this show has been fantastic. Not even to mention Mon Mothma's entire stuff, with her having to scheme and play this game. I mean, it's unfortunate for her husband at this point. All their bad blood is going to come raining down on his ass, and she played him like a fiddle. You know, she got that information. She turned that situation around with, what was it, Davos, into a power play against her husband, setting her daughter up with his son, which, you know, in its own way, it is morally fucked. But, like, at the same time, her daughter is very interested and committed into these old-fashioned Chandrillan customs, even against her own, you know, wishes. Not that she's tried to keep her away from it, but it's not something she wanted her to do and go out and pursue, but she found it on her own. So it is kind of working her daughter's favor, kind of, for it to be part of that. Even if she is frowning upon it herself, it is beneficial to her. There's a lot of these grays that are happening around that, but all the end of it, she is 100% setting up her husband to be the fall person in this entire scenario, though. It's smart. Backhanded, but smart. There's so much good stuff going on in this show, man. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. And it might be a little too highbrow for a lot of your typical Star Wars fans, which may be why a lot of people are really sleeping on this show, or at least not able to get into it. But man, this is like, this, you know, there's hamburger people, there's steak people, but my God, this is filet mignon, top shelf shit is what I'm getting at, is what I'm saying, dude. Oh man, I love it. But guys, what did you think? I feel like I could expect, like, because there wasn't this huge bombastic closure at the end, we just had this rising buildup. I mean, I think so, with like the whole like protest being brought down with this whole like riot that broke out around Marva's funeral. You know, there was plenty of stuff going on. There was plenty of action, but I don't know. I still feel like there's going to be a sense and a vibe and a reaction to this, or it's not going to be impact or climaxy enough for some people. But my God, I loved every second of this. The way the show, it just expertly builds tension is just, it's masterful, man. This is some of the best shit I've seen from Star Wars in a long time, man. And I love The Mandalorian, and I love it. It tickles all the more nostalgic feeling, the more what we equate with Star Wars, the familiarity, the comfort, the vibes, the fun elements, man. The stuff that really ties into the films and stuff like this. But what this show does that doesn't is really ground it in this way that, like, actually helps Star Wars grow beyond that. You know, in a way that fits in the universe and accentuates it, like it feels like it fits in with everything else that we've seen in a different way. It gels in this way. I just, like, I love the shit out of it, man. Between Mando and this, we're eating good right now. Guys, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of the season? What are your hopes for the follow-up? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that in all my social description box below. Follow me on each and every one of those. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, you check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, and M. Sephiroth. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody who's been helping this channel grow and thrive. Love you guys. That's it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. May the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.